Hi guys, so for today I'll be talking about intercultural communication. In intercultural communication, we have intercultural challenges at home. So for ethnicity, we all know that Malaysia is home to three main ethnic groups, that is Malay, Indian and Chinese, alongside with indigenous community in East Malaysia. So these ethnic groups, we maintain distinct cultures, languages and religions, which sometimes lead to intercultural challenges. Second, population growth. Population growth in Malaysia is slowing, and this demographic shift presents challenges. Third, immigration. Malaysia has a high level of immigration, particularly from Indonesia, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and the Philippines. Fourth, age. Malaysia is an aging society, with the number of older adults growing rapidly. And fifth, families. Malaysia family structure is changing, with smaller nuclear families replacing traditional extended families. And six, women in the workforce. The growing participation of women in the Malaysian workforce has transformed family dynamics and gender roles. But however, although the number of women in the workforce has been increasing, women still face gender bias and limited opportunities for advancement in certain industries. Cultural challenges abroad. In cultural challenges abroad, there are 2 points, and that is a new world order and customs and culture abroad. So for a new world order, it refers to the changing global landscape influenced by factors like globalization, technology, and shifting political powers. And as for customs and culture abroad, when Malaysians go to other countries, they encounter different customs and cultures. For example, in some countries, people greet each other with handshakes, while in others, bows or kisses are common. For definitions of culture, they can be categorized into 3 points, that is, material objects, ideas, values, and attitudes, and patterns of behavior. So, as for material objects, it is a physical items that we people use in our daily lives, such as clothing, tools, furniture, or even vehicles. For example, in some cultures, traditional clothing like the Japanese kimono or the Indian sari is not just fashion, but it is a symbol of heritage and respect for tradition. As for ideas, values, and attitudes, it shapes how people view the world and what they consider important. And third, patterns of behavior. So, patterns of behavior, it refers to the actions and habits that are expected in different cultures. So, for example, in Japan, it is common for them to bow when greeting as a sign of respect. But in Western cultures, a handshake or a hug might be more common. Moving on to functions of culture. Culture creates systems to address common human problems and challenges, such as those related to families, economics, education, and spirituality. It is important that we need to know that every culture forms structures for marriage and family life, and that they also establish methods for educating children, and they cultivate belief systems that often includes concepts like God or an afterlife. Next, ethnocentrism. Ethnocentrism is the tendency for people to judge other cultures, and they tend to believe that their own culture is far more superior than the others. For example, as this. Hi, tu Mena.
Hi, RAINIA.
How's Diwali? I saw your photos on Instagram, and the decorations look gorgeous.
Thanks. It was nice, but I couldn't help but notice something. I always feel like festivals like Diwali don't get the same hype as Hari Raya. You know what I mean?
Really? I guess I never noticed. I always thought Diwali was a big deal for everyone, especially for your community.
It is for us, but the overall hype isn't the same. Like during Raya, it's everywhere on TV, in malls, decorations everywhere. But with Diwali, people barely notice unless we remind them. It makes me feel like our celebrations are less important.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize that. I've always just been surrounded by Raya celebrations, so it's never occurred to me that Diwali might not get the same love.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the issue when we focus too much on one. It's like saying those other cultures don't matter. I mean, that's kind of ethnocentric, don't you think? Where one culture feels more Malaysian than the rest.
Last but not least, cross cultural communication. Oh yeah, by the way, I just saw your Instagram story of you cooking biryani. It looks so good.
Oh yeah, about that, I just love making biryani. Such a special dish for my family.
I can see why. I've always wanted to learn how to make it. It's just the way you use spices is so fascinating. How do you pick which ones to use?
Well, it's all about the flavor balance, but I think it's similar to how you use sambal in your cooking, right?
Sambal is everything for us. It adds so much kick to our dishes. In fact, I have one with me right now.
Wow, love that. And besides, when I eat sambal, it feels like I'm experiencing a piece of your culture. The stories behind your dishes are so meaningful.
I feel the same way. I think we should definitely cook together someday.
Of course, for sure, I can show you how to make biryani, and you can teach me how to make your rendang or sambal.
Great, it's a deal. I'm so glad we have this conversation. It's been so long.
Agreed. I can't wait for us to meet, and I can learn from you.
Same here. Anyways, I gotta go. Talk to you later, Tamina. Bye.
Bye, Rania.
So we have finally reached the end. I hope this helps you understand a lot better about intercultural communication. So that is all from me now. Bye bye.